AFE stands for Average Fuel Economy, sometimes called Average Fuel Consumption, and it represents a measure of how efficiently a car uses fuel over time. In simple terms, it tells you how far you have traveled per unit of fuel, either in miles per gallon, MPGe, or in liters per 100 kilometers. Unlike the instantaneous readout that jumps up and down depending on whether you are accelerating, coasting, or idling, AFE provides a smoothed-out picture of your overall driving efficiency. Technically, AFE is calculated by dividing the total distance traveled by the total fuel consumed. The formula is straightforward. AFE equals distance traveled divided by fuel consumed. For example, if you drive 300 miles using 10 gallons of fuel, the AFE is 30 mpg. In metric terms, if you travel 500 kilometers using 40 liters of fuel, the AFE is 8.0 liters per 100 kilometers. Modern cars calculate this figure using onboard computers that combine wheel speed sensors to measure distance, with data from fuel injection systems or fuel flow sensors to estimate the fuel burned. It's important to distinguish AFE from related terms. Instantaneous fuel consumption shows the real-time rate of fuel use, and this number can fluctuate wildly. For instance, you may see 8 mpg when accelerating hard, then 60 mpg while coasting downhill. AFE, by contrast, smooths out these fluctuations to show a long-term trend. MPGe and liters per 100 kilometers are not different concepts, but simply unit systems. AFE can be expressed in either one. In the United States and the UK, MPGe is more common, with higher numbers indicating better efficiency, while in most of the world, liters per 100 kilometers is used, with lower numbers being better. Manufacturers display AFE on car dashboards and infotainment systems for several reasons. It helps drivers understand how their driving style impacts efficiency. It allows for trip monitoring to compare different journeys. It has a direct connection to cost-conscious driving, since fuel burned equals money spent. And it supports eco-driving by encouraging smoother, more efficient habits. Some vehicles even gamify efficiency, rewarding good performance with icons like leaves or eco scores. Average fuel economy matters to several groups. For drivers, it helps plan fuel stops, reduce costs, and improve habits. For manufacturers, it provides evidence of efficiency claims and influences customer satisfaction. For regulators, it forms part of emissions testing and consumer information, such as EPA ratings in the US or fuel economy labels in Europe. That said, AFE does have limitations and is sometimes misunderstood. If you never reset AFE, you may be looking at a lifetime average rather than a figure for your most recent trip, which can be misleading. The number is not lab accurate because real-world results differ from official test cycles due to road terrain, load, temperature, and weather. AFE also does not directly equal actual fuel tank range because it assumes conditions will remain constant, which rarely happens in practice. To compare AFE against other measures, it helps to think in terms of purpose. Average fuel economy reflects long-term efficiency over a trip or the vehicle's lifetime. Instantaneous fuel consumption shows the real-time rate of burn and is useful for learning smoother driving techniques. MPGe expresses distance per gallon, the standard in the US and UK, while liters per 100 kilometers is the global standard that makes it easy to calculate fuel use. Practical examples illustrate how AFE works in real life. In city driving with a gasoline car, frequent acceleration and braking in stop-and-go traffic reduce efficiency, and you might see AFE figures around 18 mpg or 13 liters per 100 kilometers. On the highway with a diesel car, steady cruising at around 100 km/h often yields much better efficiency, perhaps 45 mpg or 5.2 liters per 100 kilometers. In hybrid vehicles, short city trips may show excellent AFE figures such as 60 mpg or 4.0 liters per 100 kilometers, thanks to electric assistance, while long highway journeys may bring the numbers closer to those of a conventional gasoline car. Electric vehicles adapt this metric differently, using energy consumption units such as watt-hours per kilometer, kilowatt-hours per 100 kilometers, or miles per gallon equivalent. For example, an EV that consumes 15 kilowatt-hours per 100 kilometers equates to about 220 MPGe by EPA conversion standards. Drivers can put AFI to good use by following a few simple practices. Resetting AFI at the start of each trip provides a clearer picture of trip averages. Watching AFI as feedback helps identify wasteful habits, since a sudden drop may point to hard acceleration, excessive idling, or higher speeds. Comparing AFE across different routes can reveal the most fuel-efficient commute. Seasonal monitoring is also useful since winter conditions and heater use typically reduce efficiency. Finally, pairing AFE tracking with eco-driving habits such as smooth acceleration, steady cruising, and maintaining proper tire pressure can deliver meaningful fuel savings. Ultimately, AFI is more than a dashboard number. It offers insight into the relationship between your vehicle, your driving style, and the environment. By paying attention to AFE, you can save money, extend your car's range, reduce emissions, and make more mindful choices on the road. Whether you are driving a gasoline sedan, a diesel SUV, a hybrid, or an EV, understanding and using efficiency metrics like AFE helps you become a smarter and more eco-conscious driver.